eventually he's going to show mercy to all of Israel. Because if there's no,
Just hold that 1 second.
if there's no remnant that the Lord is choosing to receive mercy, then the whole nation is through. It's finished. That's what it meant by on how there wasn't a remnant. Read that again.
Just put it in there.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant,
Right.
we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Right, because when you check out Sodom and Gomorrah never came back. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for good. So the Lord was saying, look, he was through the prophet of who? Isaiah, right?
Isaiah, yeah.
Except there be a remnant, should we have been in Sodom and Gomorrah? In other words, we would have been destroyed forever. We would have never came back. So like I said, and I'm going to say it again, by the Lord choosing the elect out of his own people to receive the mercy, ultimately, that's how all of Israel's going to receive mercy. Because they're going to come back through our loins in the kingdom. And they're going to receive also the promises. All right?
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, Mike.
You're going? Yeah.
Romans chapter 9 verse 27. Isaiah also cried concerning Israel. Though the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sands of the sea, a remnant shall be saved.
Right, a remnant shall be saved. So although Israel be as the sand of the sea, I mean, if you go to the beach or the seaside and you pick up a grain, you pick up some sand, count every grain. You're not going to be able to count that. Okay, you won't even be long enough to live to count all of that. That's how much that is. So what you have is you have a whole heap of different Israelites around the world. Some of them look like Edomites, some of them look like Moabites, some of them look like Hamites, some of them look like all of the nations that we've been scattered under. Okay, but guess what? A remnant is going to return. Only a remnant is going to return.
Elder, can't wait, brother. I can't wait, Elder.
Exactly.
I can't wait.
We all can't wait, brother. We all can't wait. Go on, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 12 verse 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird.
Right.
The birds round about her are against her.
Right, meaning them other races, them other nations. And they look like the other nations. Okay, they come in different shapes and forms. Right. As well amongst all of them. But like the brother was reading, Israel be as the sand of the sea, but yet a remnant shall return. So not only is this only for Israel, but this is only for the remnant, the elect. And you know, this is something that we always go into, that the Spirit of the Lord has us going to, but we have to hit home the point. Because a lot of us have been taught that God loves everybody. So we knocking that whole vibration out. All right? Because that vibration don't exist. The Lord don't love everybody. The Lord only loves his people, the nation of Israel. But we have on the side. All right? Judah, the so-called Negroes in America, around the world, tribe of Benjamin, so-called West Indians, okay, and them that have been scattered abroad, excuse me. And you have Levi, the same thing, and the tribes on down. Those are the only people that the Lord is coming to deal with. Yeah, go on, brother.
Peace out. Yeah, Romans chapter 11.
You know, I was going to tell you to get that.
Okay.
I was going to tell you to get that. You got it. Go on, brother.
Romans chapter 11 verse 7.
Yeah.
What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for.
Yeah.
But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blind.
Right, and the rest were blinded now. So everybody out here, even if they try to willfully themselves look for the truth, they won't be able to find the truth. Because the Lord got to choose you to find the truth in the first place. Okay? That's how it goes. The Lord got to make sure that your one is met. And really, the Lord don't got to make sure anything. The Lord already knows who's going to. Okay? He just chooses who. He chooses the man that was with him from the beginning. Shalom, man. You know, so that's how it is. And there's no other way around it. There's no other way around it whatsoever. There's two things we gotta look at. It's that the scriptures is only concerned with the house of Israel, the so-called blacks, the so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, and also the elect out of that nation. All right? Go on, brother.
Romans 11 verse 8. According as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, ears that they should not hear, unto this day.
And the reason why that's the case is because the Lord, like I always say, the Lord ain't concerned with the whole house, man, right now. The main figures of this movie is the elect on the left-hand side and also the elect on the right-hand side. All right, that's exactly who's being pinpointed in this life. So if you don't have this truth, then really you don't matter at this present moment. But you will matter when you come out of the horns of those that put their life on the line. The Lord will consider you then. For the time being, it's all about us right now, man. All of the men that you see in the camps, the GMS camps, and those that teach the same doctrine as GMS, which is the complete truth. Hey, that's who the Lord is pinpointing right now. Okay, and also those you brothers out there that are learning and listening. You know, we're going. Say something. But mainly those that are teaching. Go on. Say something.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know, when you come in the truth, you get excited, and then when you tell these niggas that they're Israelites, there's no reaction. They don't care, they're not excited. So tell them once, tell them twice, and then leave it, man. We ain't got time to muck about.
Yeah, man, I mean, and that's just what it is. But like I was saying, hey, the Spirit of the Lord is only for, the Spirit of the Lord has to where the minute you see out here teaching, they're teaching because the Lord chose them to bring forth good fruit and to do all that, all right? And it's not just the teachers, you also have the men that's supporting the prophets and all of that. You also have those that are helpmates. So anybody that's a part of the church, that's who the Lord is concerning. Man. Anybody outside of the church, the Lord don't give two damns about. And that's just the reality right now. Okay, and you could get emotional about it or what have you, but guess what? It's not going to change anything. You get emotional over something that the Lord already set up, it's not going to change anything. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, your vibration. Go on, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters.
Right, and we're fishermen right now. What are we fishing? We're pretty much fishing you out the truth. That's what we're doing. Okay, like when you go fishing, right? First and foremost, you put the worm on the hook, and then you swing the fish stick out into the ocean, all right, or a pond somewhere, wherever you go fishing at. You might encounter all kinds of fish. You might encounter big fish, small ones, medium-sized ones. Hey, you're either gonna have good fish and bad fish. And that's happened. We've had guys that came in this truth, and they were acting as though they were the good, but really they were the bad. And in due time, they got whopped out of it, man. That's the word I made up, whopped out. Don't look it up, because you're not gonna find it. All right, go on.
Said plucked up. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain.
Right, that's the angels. The angels are gonna do the hunting. Okay? It's when the word gets out there, and all hell, and then afterwards, the Lord unleashes his fury on the earth. Hey, the angels are gonna be a part of that. And they're gonna get the hunting down, baby boy. And it's nothing you're gonna do about it. And it's gonna get so bad out here that you might be in your neighborhood and you might see a whole heap of different jakes out there just being destroyed. And you're gonna think in your mind, well, damn, you're gonna think, well, is the Lord gonna destroy me? Just like during the time of Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, in the 4th verse. It's gonna get crazy out here, man. A lot of these jakes out here, a lot of these Edomites out here, everybody out here, they all gonna die out here. But the men that's gonna overstand the pearls that I'm talking about are the men that has this truth. Okay, that's it. Go on.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right. So there you have it. And even those that are hiding in from the destruction, they're going to be destroyed too. They're going to be taken out.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem,
Bring it back to me.
and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry.
Right, in the word mark, there is the wa. Correct, right? The word there is the wa, which means exempt from judgment. So we already have that mark, Lord willing. And once you have that mark, then you're going to be exempt from what? Destruction, judgment. Just like how Moses commanded the children of Israel to put the blood on their doorposts. When that blood was on their doorposts, that was a mark, which meant that they were exempt from destruction when the plague came down. All right. So the same or similar program is gonna come in effect on this side. So the mark really is the truth, and then also having a name which invokes the truth. You can't have the truth but then announce the name. You gotta have both. You can't have one without the other. So if you got the name of the Lord and you have the understanding of this truth, then you have the mark. What mark am I talking about? Am I talking about the mark of the beast? No. I'm talking about the what is it? The wa mark, the exemption mark from judgment. Yes, we're going.
Verse 5. And to the others in my hearing, go ye after him through the city.
Yeah, go after him through the city. Go on.
And smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right. And neither have ye pity. Go on.
Verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Right,
and
so
begin at my sanctuary.
Right, so the angels of death, they're not going to come near those that have the mark.
Wow.
So it's going to be like we have a force field over us that's going to protect us from destruction. You see? Matter of fact, get Psalms on, what is it, 91, I believe it is, 91. So when you see all of this calamity happen around you, you're going to think it's going to happen to you, but it ain't going to come near you. Why? Because you have that mark, which is this truth. And also the name of the Lord. Okay, get Psalms 91 and stop at verse 1.
Psalms 91 verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place
of the Most High. Go on.
Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So when everybody's going crazy and nuts because of the the economic explosion or the shock, we're going to be kept in cool. And another thing too, you gotta believe in this as well. You can't just read this and don't believe it. You gotta believe in this thing, man. Like how far does your belief go concerning these scriptures? Because we can read it front to back, back to front. But do you really believe in the word of the Lord? That's what it all boils down to, man. It all boils down to the belief. Go on, brother.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust.
There you go. And there's another scripture on that too, on how the Lord is a stronghold in the day of trouble. There's multiple scriptures on that. Because we will enter into a day of trouble. But who's going to be sustained and be able to overstand the turbulence or the perils? Those that have the mark, which is the truth. As it tells you, what is it, Isaiah 33, where it says, what is it?
Wisdom and knowledge.
Right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and the strength of your salvation. All right, go on.
Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, ask him if he got that wing up.
He shall cover thee with His feather to the city through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's the men that's in the truth. We're the guys that sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst of under the earth. So in order for you to cry for something or against the abominations, first and foremost, you gotta know what it is. You know, a lot of these sheikhs don't know what that is, man. A lot of them are just living day to day, and they're just living their life. They're in their own little bubble, and they don't see reality. They're caught up in their own hype. Okay, you gotta open your eyes and see. Like that one, what is it? That one film I was watching ages ago. I think his name was Roddy Piper or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And you know, when he would like, the movie was based on seeing the things that you constantly wouldn't be aware of. So he would put these glasses on and he would actually see that the society that he lives under is pretty much based on corruption or deceit. But when he would take the glasses off, he wouldn't see that all of that stuff. Okay? And you got people like that. You got people that just living their life and they doing what they're doing and they're not seeing what true world they live in. Okay? But we see because our eyes are open, our spiritual eyes are open. Go on.
Verse 5. And to the others in thine hearing he said, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young.
Yeah, slay utterly old and young. So that's the angels, man. The angels are gonna do all the killing. And they're gonna do so much killing that you're gonna think, oh shit, I'm next. I might be next. Wow. Okay? And I mean the angels ain't deliberately gonna do the killing, but they gonna use certain guys. Like for example, you have black water, which they are gonna come down like black water. Alright, you're gonna have them guys and then different government forces, they're gonna come hard on the people so bad, so much that because I mean you even got people that's in these forces that are just trained to kill. They have no emotions, no kind of mercy. When they're unleashed, they're going for the kill.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. And guess what? The spirit of death is going to be on it.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
Right.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
So even women can get a piece of this. Even little children can get a piece of this. Okay. So the Lord is not a respecter of persons. The Lord don't care whether you're young, old, or you're crusty. You're old and crusty, let me say that. All right, or you're a child. The Lord don't care about that. At the end of the day, if you ain't got that mark, that exemption from judgment mark, you're out of there. Okay, and this is why we have to stand in fear in this truth, man. That we count the cause and we examine ourselves if we're the elect. Because I'm telling you, man, when the Lord comes down, it's going to be great when He comes down. And I'm not talking about great as in like good things are going to happen. I'm talking about great and bad things are going to happen. All right, go on.
Both maids and little children and women, but do not come any man whom is the mark and begin at my sanctuary.
Exactly. Get me that and get another precept as well. 1 Peter 4. Oh.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Yeah.
And if it is first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Lord?
Exactly. So this is why you have to always maintain yourself, man, and examine where you're at in this thing. Because you're not living for your own, you're living for the Lord. That's what you're doing. So each and every last one of us, we have to make sure and examine where we stand in this thing, man. And if certain brothers tell you to do something, just do it, man. Because at the end of it all, you're going to save your life anyway. If you do exactly what you're told, you're going to save your life. It's like Moses, right? If you read about Moses, see, Moses could have made it to the promised land. But he didn't make it to the promised land. You know why? Because the Lord told him to do one thing and he didn't do it. Just that one little thing. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful, man, of yourself. You have to be on top of yourself. Because if you do that, it's only going to better you at the end of it all. It's not going to degrade you or bring you further down. It may seem like that to discipline yourself, but at the end of it all, you're going to better yourself. And that's what it's all about, growth and being better and being sharp. Go on.
Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely make it, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Exactly. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So if we scarcely make it out of here, how much more does the multitude of Israel? And just all of these other nations as a whole, they damn sure ain't coming in there. But I'm not going to mention these other nations, they're not getting it anyway. I'm talking about the multitude of Israel in that particular case. And that's the scripture right there. All right? You got a precept, brother?
A little bit more. Verse 19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of God
Yep.
commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto all faithful creator.
Beautiful. 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 That's all hey, I don't have to really expound on that. It means what it means, man. You know, sometimes, you know, there's scriptures you break down, there's scriptures you don't have to break down. It's self-explanatory. Alright? So yeah, good.
And what one is that? Examine thyself.
Examine yourself. I think that's in Corinthians. Yeah, 2 Corinthians. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where it's at to be exact, but I know it's probably in there.
I think it's 13 and 5.
Examine yourselves to be in the faith.
Hebrews chapter 13.
Hebrews.
Yeah, Hebrews chapter 13.
I tell you what, since you know where it's at, you might as well get it, brother.
Chapter 13.
He's gonna get it. It's alright.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 17.
Yeah, read it with power.
No, sir, that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one. So excuse me. So,
It's not the one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably in 2 Corinthians then.
Yeah, 13.
13.
Remember that one.
Oh yeah, I got it.
8, is it 4, 8?
2 Corinthians chapter
5?
13, verse 5.
Yeah.
Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith.
Yeah.
Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates.
And the word reprobate means void of judgment. So you don't want to be that. You want to examine yourself whether you're in the right spirit or whether you're in the wrong spirit. Okay? And that means just pretty much get on top of yourself. Be conscious of yourself. Okay, what moves are you making? That kind of sort of thing. So what you could do, I tell you what, if you got your phone on you, right?
Yeah.
Look up the word examine.
Examine, yeah. Oh, in the scripture, yeah?
Yeah. Because I mean, hey, there's times we're gonna fall out, man. All the time we're gonna fall out because you're in the flesh.
Every day, brother.
You know, every day we're gonna fall out. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to. That doesn't give you the excuse to just let go and just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just do me, and that's it. No, you can't do you. You gotta let you go and walk in the spirit.
Just look up for the blue letter or just the
Yeah,
word.
the blue letter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to, instead of doing you have to do what the spirit leads you to do.